Cara pretty much planned an entire
we
wedding.
We wanted a November wedding, and they said, "Oh, that's cool, but you're gonna have a June 25th wedding."
Yeah,
that's your choice.
So here we are in Augusta, Georgia, and we're here with Cara and Cory Bryan. Cory, you are an orthopedic surgeon, and Cara, you are married to an orthopedic surgeon, which carries its own weight.
Yes.
So,
yes, I am.
Tell us about kind of how you guys started out.
Naive.
Oh, good.
That's a big word.
I was like, oh man, he's going to tell the whole story. That isn't even true.
Right.
Okay.
So we came here.
When you say started out, you mean what?
Like,
how did you guys
How do
meet?
we meet? Okay, let's get the quick and easy.
Yeah.
In college, the last month of college.
Yeah.
Wait, so you were a senior in undergrad?
Both undergrad last year, last month of undergrad. And
we didn't know if we didn't know much about each other, but we knew we were going to be
together.
Yeah, we just knew we were trying to know each other a little bit more.
Yes, we were serious enough to do a long distance relationship for the first 2 years.
I committed. You're serious enough to commit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's huge though.
I think
at the end of college.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is.
First boyfriend.
First girlfriend.
What?
Ooh.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Wait, I love that.
And I think that's super common though for people that go into medicine. It's like those long distance relationships are kind of most of the time. I'd say at some point someone's going to be like this.
True.
It happens a lot, and even if it's, even with when you're a student, all the demands now of like having to do these away rotations and all this stuff, like you're bound to be separated for at least some period of time. It's hard.
Yeah, when we got married and I moved to Augusta, Georgia, he started his rotations and I moved here to the armpit.
All on your own?
Well, I moved here and then he went on 2 months of rotations and I had no friends. I made a friend at a nail salon on a Friday night though.
Oh, that's a great story.
That's awesome.
That's it. To an orthopedic surgeon's wife. We were the only ones in there. She's like asking me questions. I'm reading some stuff for work. And she was like, we realized she's medical, I'm medical. And I was like, well, wow, what advice do you have for me? And she said, just don't marry. She said, just don't let him go into orthopedics. And I was like, oh, he's on an interview or he's rotating right now. Yeah, I don't know. But I was like, why? They're gone. They're dissolved, but we're not. So
yay! Woo.
That is what we like to hear.
Yes, that is awesome.
But it was really, I think it was interesting, and it was so bizarre because it made me want to prove her situation wrong.
Yeah. So you guys were
sorry,
dating.
Sam, if you're listening to this. Sorry.
So you guys were dating when you were in medical school, and then you got married while you were doing rotations?
Yeah, well,
so what was your timeline?
So we, like a lot of med students, we structure very important and major life decisions around medical school.
Right.
So we got married right after I took my step exams. So Cara pretty much planned an entire wedding.
We wanted a November wedding, and they said, "Oh, that's cool, but you're gonna have a June 25th wedding."
Yeah,
that's your choice.
Yeah,
that's your only choice, your only option.
Yeah.
Okay, so step 2 is between
big boards exam. It's right now. It's the one that's scored and
defines your.
I'm sorry, it was actually step 1. It was step 1 because it was my second year of med school. So I'm sorry.
Okay,
it was
so step.
Okay,
which at the time was the most important one because that was the one that was scored.
That's the one that was scored and got his residency interviews.
Yeah.
So that's why he studied on the couch for like how many hours? 15 hours a day. And I moved myself into the apartment by myself. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we should unpack that.
Yeah. So when you
unpack her.
Sorry, I'm going to let you guys take over your podcast now. Yeah.
No, this is about you.
Yeah.
This isn't about us.
We're starring you. We're just having a conversation.
Finally.
Because there's step 1.
Cara, did you have to do a lot of stuff by yourself because I was unavailable?
There you go. That's a good question. He's never left my side. Kidding.
I love it.
Joke. Massive
So
joke. This is the closest we've ever been in 15 years.
But they have 3 children. So
3 beautiful kids.
yes.
Yeah.
That was a struggle on its own during that time.
Yeah.
One of you told me that you had 2 days off of you were given 2 days off of your residency
that was his
rounds.
Paternity leave.
That was his paternity leave
As
to
a
be
resident.
with your wife.
Yes, I did take like an extra week of like personal vacation, but yeah, that was,
You did?
and it's better now, but
He didn't. He went back because I was readmitted to the hospital and no one was with me. He had
Wait.
2 days.
Okay. Wait. So
I'll
the
tell you
conversation.
because I have a very good memory.
Yeah,
even,
tell me.
Like my memory serves me best during traumatic events. Unfortunately,
yeah,
it's the sharpest.
But your twins were very traumatic, which we've already talked about.
Yeah, it's fine. We're not talking about childbirth here. Med school is traumatic. Okay, so I
Yes.
had the twins, but because they were twins, there were 2 of them.
Yes.
I was going to say something else, but this is not common. This is rare. So they were 10 hours apart, but I labored first for 3 days. They were both head down. We thought, okay, we can just do this naturally with pain medicine, obviously. And then we thought twins were like, boom, boom.
Nope.
Not at all. So he had to walk downstairs and ask, I don't know who, Money Hunter?
I remember.
I don't know. He had to ask, he literally walked downstairs while I was still in labor and said, hey, we only have like 1 baby out. I don't even know if we had 1 baby out after 1 day. So
you were
You're
doing
right.
your
You're right.
rotations during her labor. Like,
Yeah,
did
I was
you
a resident at
stay?
that time.
we were in residency.
I was a resident during that time, and yeah, I was a 3rd-year resident. And you're right. I remember wearing scrubs while you and like
Yeah.
coming to the room.
He just lived
I was
there.
kind of free.
We both lived. Yeah.
Yeah.
He would go down and do something. And then because we did only have like a few days. And so since I was laboring in the same hospital, it's like, might as well go do your rounds while I get through this contraction, you know?
It's really insane.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
have you ever felt any amount of guilt over the fact that you have this as your job and
Let's go to
you
therapy,
kind of
guys.
forced her to carry?
Therapy
that
is
around.
life. Life is
Yeah.
therapy. Let's go.
Yeah. So yes, there's a certain amount of guilt because it's one thing for you to subject yourself to it, and it's another thing to subject the person you love to it, and it just feels bad that
We had no idea. You just don't have any idea. This is a great podcast. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
and it does feel bad to feel like, well,
You thought this was
man,
going to
I
be
have
a
to
thing.
mistreat someone almost, you know, because you have to be so dedicated to whether it's school or the residency or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So
How is like your conversations, like us thinking about, now we're having a kid, now we're getting into this whole process. Like, what conversations do you guys or did you guys have to kind of prepare, or did you even have that conversation?
Which conversation?
Like conversations of like, we're having kids now, like residency, what that's going to look like for your marriage, for you guys. Like, obviously you're talking about a whole lot, but you still are human, Like,
I remember our first year of marriage,
Mhm.
realizing like it hit me. This is so intense.
yeah.
I mean, everything had already changed. I had just finished grad school, came here. He wasn't making money. So I became a nanny to 2 physicians, which was not my dream,
Mhm.
but I was like, we have to have money. And I want to be married. That's
Yeah.
what I did just until, that was the first thing. I was like, wow, just pretty much gave up my entire education
Yeah.
to be a nanny, to serve doctors
Yeah.
in general.
Mm.
At first, I wasn't super, for a long time. I mean, I don't even feel upset about it now. But I remember it hitting me and thinking, we need to get some help. We need to ask some questions, And so there was an orthopedic surgeon in Valdosta, Georgia. I called somebody who's kind of like a mentor to me and was like, what did we do? Because I just wanted to have a good marriage, I wanted, and it's not the same as anyone else's. So you can't just ask anyone,
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure even before you guys got married, you knew he was going to be a doctor, but even if you kind of had in the back of your mind an idea, you didn't understand the reality of it until you were sitting in it.
Absolutely. And that's why I said we were naive starting off, or at least I was quite naive starting off.
He's very positive though.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm I want to be prepared. It's not that I'm totally negative.
Yeah.
I just see the challenges ahead and want to try to prepare for them. And so we went down there and had lunch with them after church one day and met their family. And he's an orthopedic surgeon. And I don't know, it's just like, it didn't help at all.
Yeah.
It didn't help at all.
No, I mean, essentially it boils down to people saying, oh yeah, it's really tough and demanding, and what does that mean? Well, it turns out that
what does it mean?
It just interdigitates itself into everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can really prepare for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have prepared better for this conversation.
No, this is actually really amazing because I feel like when we were talking, or at least when I talk to people about, oh my gosh, this is going to be hard. Like my mindset's super negative about the whole thing, because I want to prepare for the worst. I also want to prepare for the best. But I know that my role in our marriage is to support his dream. And actually talking to another doctor's wife, she was like, the best thing that you can do is take on his dream as your own. And that really shifted my mindset. But I've never heard that from anybody. It wasn't necessarily advice of like things are going to be good, but I definitely think shifting my mindset really helped in our situation.
Yeah.
But also I had my own dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which a lot, like my dream was to just be creative and get my master's. And I'm very spontaneous in the things that I do. So when I find something that I'm passionate about, I just do it. Whereas in our marriage, like he's very supportive of me, and building this podcast is a dream of mine, which is great.
He doesn't know how to turn his phone on silent.
Oh, that's okay. Doctor things.
There's that.
Okay.
Yeah, doctor things. No, but
It wasn't a doctor thing.
Oh, it's just his friend.
He doesn't have friends.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm just kidding.
It's okay.
This is the worst.
No, this is great.
Your
It's
brother's
actually
gonna think
so
I'm a
good.
psycho.
No.
Why does he have to?
No.
Why does a stranger have to edit this?
No, this is great. No, I don't even know what I was saying. So
Sorry,
we'll just
your
move
dream.
on.
So
yeah, my
this
dream
podcast
is my dream. Like I've always loved YouTube. I've always loved podcasting. I just wanted to do something.
Yeah.
But then adopting the medical side of things, like, and not having any support, any friends that will actually relate and understand where I'm coming from. Like I don't have that. And so talking with people, like you're isolated, you go to these places alone. Like it's not like we got very lucky being with you guys because you went through the process already. But it's still so different than what we're going to experience and what the next person's going to experience. Yeah. So I think it's great having this conversation because what you guys went through, even though it may not look like somebody else's, I think it's definitely going to help people's mindsets because some people don't have these conversations or even know what to expect.
Yeah, what you said was very, very nice about adopting the other person's dream. I will say that I feel great when I feel supported, but I know that it's that like jumping through the hoops of all that it takes to maintain a medical style life is sometimes in direct conflict with what Cara's dreams are and what she wants to do. And that's tough.
Interestingly enough, you know that dream sign, I don't know if you saw, I don't have any art on my walls because we move so much. And didn't want to put a nail in the wall, but there's this one dream sign that we use for the kids' playroom in their bedroom now. And I bought it because I wanted this like freedom to dream. And counseling, that is like that was our big takeaway one year with your grandma.
Love.
Yeah.
Yes, Cynthia.
So like whatever that win-win stuff is, sorry. Yeah. Can't remember how that goes. But yeah, it was like I don't have one single dream. I just want the freedom to dream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really want the possibility.
Yeah.
Like if you could just agree to let me dream, that would be ideal. Yeah. So it did shift. I mean, at one point I thought, this is what I want to do with my life. And I'm totally fine with that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But as long as that was a big milestone, I feel like, in our just trying to uncover what's missing, what we need, what we're hoping for. And that was it. Yeah. Like, so the only two pieces of art or like anything in our house is like it's a sign that says dream and one that says, I don't know, like leave a little place in your heart for dreams or something. I don't even know. Something cheesy.
That's so like great. Yeah. I love that.
So shifting gears a little bit, what would you say is the biggest bright spot in your marriage with medicine?
Bright spot?
Biggest bright spot.
This month with Carter and Cleisha Kenny. Getting to just see like the full circle and getting to love and have fun with you guys. But I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. Okay. Yeah. The bright spots.
Bright spots. I mean,
I'll let you.
It's like the graduation days, the residency, med school, the residencies, like sharing that with Cara was really great. And knowing that you're doing something really hard and still loving each other is a bright spot.
Yeah.
I mean,
and at points it's like, well, we just haven't given up. And so that's a total win.
Yeah.
But overcoming the hardest things really is the most, it is the most beautiful parts of our, like the history of us, like seeing and remembering how hard we fought to just like know each other again, because it seems like you have to reset that.
Yeah.
You know, and you're not going to be the same person you are in 5 years. And being flexible, I guess, and just being able to change, allowing each other to change too. We didn't do that. But, it's like we're always trying to you're not the same person that you used to be. We're not.
Yeah.
So kind of knowing that.
Do you think growing up, would you say you guys grew up together, or would you say you kind of grew together with medicine?
Well, all right. I would say Cara has watched me grow up after we've gotten married and had kids. And I think we've grown up together.
You just said I watched you grow up, though.
Well, yeah, you too. But
it's totally grown up.
But
it's okay.
But I would say the grow up part, just because it's you learn things about yourself and you learn things about the other person, and I think that's
we grow together. I think it's a good idea to think it's always a process, forever and ever and ever. Because why would you want to think this is it?
Yeah.
Ever, So we are a little bit different in that, because he sees that as like a little bit pessimistic. Like he could be like, let's just go sit on the front porch and drink lemonade, and he would be happy with that. And I'm like, what else can we do with our life? Let's do more.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who maybe is currently in a relationship and with someone in medicine, maybe two people both in a relationship in medicine together, what would you say to them what to expect and maybe your biggest piece of advice?
Like in med school or residency, they're dating or newly
dating, not yet married. Maybe they're thinking about getting married, but they're scared, you know? They don't know what's going to happen.
You want to go or me?
Yeah, I think that anyone who's looking to get married and they have that kind of demands that they know that a person is going to, like, their identity is somewhat going to be taken up with medicine, I think they should expect, like, to have to, there has to be something more than just the other person that they're wanting to work towards. There has to be the covenant of and the sanctity of marriage that they're trying to uphold, because sometimes that's what is going to get you through when it is really hard, because it is going to be really hard. The person's not going to be available either emotionally or with their physical time and presence. If they are there, they're going to be tired and not engaging, because that was me in a lot of the time. And I think it's because Cara committed to something more than just what I was putting out.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that has to be in you to make it work. A dedication to something more than just the person that you're marrying.
I will say, I think Cory has done an incredible job at, I mean, he tries very hard to make his family priority. What I had a hard time with was that he mostly didn't have a choice. Like, it was, this is what is priority. Like, this is what it's going to look like. It's this much, but I'm giving it all to you. And I remember just thinking, oh no, this is not enough. Going into it with more, like, just feeling more prepared for that, knowing he's going to give you his all, and it might look like nothing sometimes.
Yeah.
Because physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything, like, it could just be zapped, you know?
Because for him, a lot of his time with you is him trying to maybe hopefully maximize that. But from your perspective, it's very little.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs rest. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
and you go
basic needs too. So it's like,
and that's a good point. And then I'm sidetrack. You mentioned guilt earlier. One of the things that hopefully maybe somebody listening to this can take something from, I didn't have a lot of, like, I had a little bit to give here and there because I was so dedicated to something else, and I already felt guilty because of the little that I had to devote to Cara or the kids. Because as far as physical time, it was no question. Like, they had much more, or I'm sorry, much
like
little.
Physical, you mean like
the presence with me in their lives with physical time? It was so much less than the time that the hospital had.
Yeah.
And you talk about guilt, like, I wasn't only guilty about how that was just the setup of that, but I was also felt guilty to do any self-care, like to give me some time, because I'm already giving myself work time, you know?
Yeah.
So that was, but knowing that was absolutely a necessity, and we paid a lot of money in therapy for me to find that out. That was a really important thing for me to do, so that I could be, the little time that I did have was spent well, like emotionally available, or more emotionally available, at least trying to be emotionally available. And so I think that's a good point.
Yeah. I definitely think that's something hard to realize from, like, a spousal perspective, and I'm curious to see what you think about, like, that as well. But thinking about what you just said in our situation, like I definitely get frustrated because when he comes after studying all day and after going to the hospital and exerting so much, when he goes out and plays golf or goes out with his friends, like sometimes I'm frustrated because I'm like, well, you were gone and then you come home and study and then you can wake up and do it again. And then on the free time that you do have, like you don't want to spend it with me. Yeah. And I've been cooking for you or cleaning and doing my own work in my own school.
Trying to remain flexible.
Yeah. And how do I keep my mindset like positive and like, okay, he needs that time for himself. He needs that time. Like I can't just pull that away from him, but also we haven't had a conversation or like a real conversation other than like planning things. So like from a spouse, it's definitely a position of grace, I think, but also like it's a battle. It's not just grace. Like I also need this from my spouse, like need a conversation. Yeah. It's something that I need, but there's only so many hours in the day. Like how did you position yourself, I guess, for that?
I don't feel like we've done it well. I think we're still trying to figure it out, especially when you add kids in the mix. I mean, there's days you
fought for it. You fought for it.
I fight for it daily. And I feel like I say, I truly think if we are selfish about our marriage, that's what I tell him, even in anger. It's in love and in anger, but I'm like, I just do this one thing. Care about your marriage.
Yeah.
I promise you, I don't think you can go wrong. Yeah. Like put that first and then like, we'll see what we have left to extend outward, and our kids see that. They want us to, I promise you, our kids, their favorite thing is seeing us love each other.
Yeah.
They love it. It's kind of heartbreaking sometimes because it's almost shocking to them sometimes. Like they're hugging and kissing. That's really weird but cool. But they love it, and that's when they feel the safest too, is when we are working on our marriage. If we say go away because we need to talk, they're okay with that.
Yeah.
They want us to talk.
Yeah.
They actually do.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing because kids add a whole different thing into the whole mix of everything. But I think like sacrifice, I often thought, output success on the other side, but it's a lot more than that. It's like knowing what to sacrifice. And that, I think, hopefully once you're always trying to figure it out, but as you kind of get closer and closer to the answer, your marriage gets better and better. Trying to figure that out now, new marriage.
Yeah. I think like for me, always like just I don't know. I think knowing that it's always a work in progress. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be a fight. Not like we don't have to fight, but it's always going to be a fight. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I've become okay with that. And I think if you can get that mentality, I feel like that's great. If you can both get it, that's even greater, because then you don't feel guilty for not having it all right. It's just like, okay, as long as we are just acknowledging that we don't have it all figured out, and we want to do better. You know, like we want more for our marriage always. Not trying to like aim for perfection, but just I do want to become better individually and together. And I think there are some trenches, man. There are some trenches. But even in the trenches, I feel like if you just keep your eyes on like becoming more, you know?
Yeah.
Being okay with that. Like I'm trying to say, let your ego allow you to not be perfect.
Yeah.
Like he functions, we are very different. He functions in a way that like he wants to feel like he's doing it all perfectly. I would love it personally if he said, man, I'm sucking at this.
Yeah.
And we're like sucking together. Let's go. Like
Yeah.
let's suck together. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
That's actually what's happening.
Yeah. I think that's such a mindset of like people in medicine too. Like you guys dedicate your life to academics and that's it.
To not failing.
Yeah.
Right,
To not failing. And then
I mentioned the word identity. Your identity is not.
It's not an A+.
Yeah.
It's academic. It's academically sound is your identity.
Yeah.
And that
Can you say identity one more time?
Your identity can be very dangerous. Setting your identity as that can be very dangerous. And that's one of the things, like growing up in this marriage, I've realized that identity needs to be more than your academics. And it needs to be, I think you can have a single identity. And then below that, you have your different facets of academia and you're a dad, you're a husband, but your identity doesn't need to be any one of those things.
Yeah.
It should be, something more sound.
My favorite part of was Cory getting a B.
All right, listen.
No, he did it. It was like
becoming identity.
Hold on, wait. I was like pushing him to do it. I'm like, the best thing you could ever do for yourself.
You willed that,
was like, just get a B. Get a B. It's fine. You're gonna be a great doctor. Get a B, please.
First B I ever made.
I got one B, and
was
it's like
literally a month after we got married. That was the first B I ever made in my entire life.
What?
I think it was after dating.
Nope, it was after we got married.
He remembers his traumatic experience too.
Yeah, that's so traumatic.
Wait, that's actually so funny because I think I push you
more
to like mess up and do things just like not sloppy, but like sloppy because
you don't want to be perfect.
Right. And I'm not going to view you any less. Oh. And I think the first couple times he basically had an anxiety attack and we're working on it.
Third grade for him. Yeah.
So like she said, we don't see anything different and we don't view you any less. And you're going to be great doctors because that's just the gifts that you guys have.
More reassuring for me to see him willing to fail. Don't come in. Dang it. Sorry.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, wow. It's impressive.
Oh.
Okay, keep going. It's okay. We're going to circle back to you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Upstairs. We're being famous right now. We're being famous.
Wait, that was amazing.
That's never happened ever.
Well, Lily prepared them for that. Thank you, Lily. You're the best, Lily.
That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
That was really great. Good. Yeah.
So I would say I really like what you were saying about like that you guys grew up together, because I feel like that's part of the advice I would say to someone who's looking to get married. That's kind of the great thing about being married is you don't have to wait until you got it all figured out to get married.
Yeah.
You can get married and figure it out together.
That's really true. I wish I got married sooner.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy.
I wish we had kids sooner.
Yep.
And yeah. I had, when we were engaged. No, we weren't engaged.
And that's my fault. That's my fault.
No, it's not.
Well, that's my fault too.
Yeah. I mean, you can only do what you can do. But I had a doctor's appointment in grad school. And the doctor that I saw he graduated from MCG. That's what it was. Okay. Super old. Like he's totally retired now, but just very well known in that community of Southern little. Just
yeah.
I don't remember his name, but
rolled off the tongue like molasses.
Like he saw me in the room, and then we met in his office after to talk. Who does that anymore, right?
It's like an English doctor.
It was really great.
Yeah.
So, but what he said, he's asking me questions about Cory, and he said, "Oh, you need to get married." And I said, "Really?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, don't wait. You need to get married now. Get married now. If you love him and you know you want to get married, do it now in med school when you're poor together with all the other poor people, all the other, like, make friends, do the hard stuff together now while you're young." And he was like very gung-ho about it. He was like, "Yeah, you need to get married."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I don't
know if it's true for, it's not true for everyone, but I agree. I do think if you know you want to be with someone, do it sooner.
Yeah.
I think I was definitely the one that pushed us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I kind of like got scared and was like, actually, we should wait.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I'm already doing this, so.
You guys had a lot.
I was like,
we're
getting married. I did all this work. Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
And then I was like, actually, I'm scared again. And then he was like, what was my favorite thing? It was like, I would just want to back out. But
she would push for something to happen, and right before it would happen, she'd be like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Example.
Every time.
Give me an example.
We were going to go on a cruise, a little trip, and she was like excited to do it. And right when it came time to like buy the tickets, she's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
But why?
And I'm it's all planned.
I don't really remember. It was more of like expectations of like, oh my gosh, we're dating, but like we've also talked about like getting engaged, and then I'm like also going to be with your family, and then it just like snowballed into like now I have to
fast forward 10 years.
Yeah. And then I have
too much.
Just too much pressure.
It's overwhelming. Yeah,
it's so overwhelming. And when I get overwhelmed, I back out at things. So.
Except this marriage.
Yes.
But did you try?
That was like his thing before we got married. Now that we're coming up on our 1 year, which is also crazy.
With a baby.
With a child. Wow,
I love it.
crazy.
I'm so happy that you guys are already there. It's good.
Yes. No, it actually has been the most amazing year ever. I feel like I've grown up so much, and then I've also seen him grow up, and now we have to become parents. But
we're very proud of you, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's when that's when I noticed that I found out the most about myself, and is after kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say during med school right now, I am so glad that you're having kids now, because those were the like fun years for us. And I just wish that it could have been the fun years with our family, instead we did enjoy each other, and we enjoyed, friendships in med school and all of that. But obviously if you think about, the bigger picture is that you want the good years, the special years, the ones with time, the more time and energy to go into your family, not friendships that are going to leave. They're all like all your med school class. Bye.
Yeah.
Never know you again, but it's fun. So put it into your family.
So people in medicine, you say, get married sooner.
Get married and have babies.
Have kids sooner.
Yep.
We aren't supposed to have babies at 38.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't. What year? 36. Just do it sooner. Your body might not fight it so much,
Well, guys, I feel like your story is awesome, and I loved listening to what you guys had to say. I think you guys had cool things to say, and I feel like I learned a lot, and I think people will too.
Oh, we feel like we've learned a lot from you.
Yeah.
Really.
I think y'all are doing it right.
I have really loved. This has been so special to have you here. I know this isn't about the podcast, but really it's been so fun to like give back to a time in our life that we could have used somebody, people just loving us and yeah, it's been so fun.
Well, we can't wait to do the same for somebody
I
else.
loved it.
We like even the first day and like first couple days that we got here when we were talking about just being here, like you guys are so similar to the way that we are as far as like personalities. So it's just been such a blessing to just be able to like be in your home and feel loved in this time that really honestly is really stressful.
Really stressful. I feel like you're killing it.
But it's been so nice to have a community.
So mad.
Yeah, no, we're we're
Somebody
still
needs
working.
to take them as an OP.
Oh yeah, that's a whole conversation.
Yeah.
But no, we are really
That's
thankful.
what I meant. That's what I meant when I said I'd be so mad.
Yes. No, I am very frustrated.
The doctors out there.
Mm.
Just do your friends a favor. Everyone help your friends. Friends help, friends help, friends help, friends. Okay?
Yes.
How this works.
Yes. No, but we are so thankful. And thank you for doing this podcast with us.
Yeah, it's
It's
super
been
cool. We feel real hip,
amazing.
you know?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
We're
You
so
sacrificed the part of time that you could have spent for
Joseph
yourself.
A.
There you
Oh,
go.
this is self-care. This is
With
great.
us.
Good.